What up, what up, what up? This is Sly, giving you a breakdown of cards, their effects, synergies, weaknesses, and some tips in Marvel Snap. Let's get to it. Victoria Hand is a new, ongoing, 2-cost, 3-power card in Marvel Snap. Premiering in the Dark Avenger season, this card provides a natural power boost for each card that's created in your hand. Specifically, she buffs all cards created in your hand by 2 power. The archetype of creating cards in the hand has been present since the launch of Snap, cards such as the Collector and Devil Dinosaur being more of a classic power card. Victoria Hand helps immensely as she provides a great synergy for cards created in your hand. Let's break it down into some more details. Victoria Hand pairs well with many classic cards that's been released since the beginning. Agent 13, Coulson, Nick Fury, even newer cards such as Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Mirage. There is a lot more to go just regarding getting random cards created to the hand. At 2-3, she's not, you can look at her as being on the lower side attack wise, but her effect more than makes up for it. It's not just the power boost, but the surprise factor as well. Your opponent won't know the random cards generated and won't be able to counter the power plays that you're able to benefit from with her even being in the hand. Her effect activates while the cards are in the hand, so you see what type of power that you're dealing with. Remember, there are other utility cards that combo well with her as well. Cards like Moon Girl can duplicate your entire hand, giving you another copy of Victoria Hand possibly to, in fact, double her effect. Moon Girl has always been a great card, especially in combination with Devil Dinosaur. Dinosaur, in fact, is a classic boss monster who is back presently as a top tier contender with Victoria Hand's presence. You usually generate a high hand count when you think about the cards that you generate to the hand, as I mentioned earlier, Coulson, Agent 13. Hand giving your random and possibly cheaper cards more power, allowing you to save Devil Dinosaur and another combo card such as Mystique to copy her effect, or just play another random 5 to 6 cost drop that you got randomly added to your hand. The only drawback is the RNG. You can get some crappy cards added or cards that just don't combine well together against your opponent. RNG is random numerical generation, so it is random after all. Victoria Hand just makes your random cards more powerful, making them more efficient and easier to play. Speaking of efficiency, there are other cards that help out random cards in the hand, such as the Quinjet, which lowers the cost of cards that didn't start in your deck by 1. And Mystique, who can copy the abilities of the ongoing cards. Again, Devil Dino, Victoria Hand, Quinjet. See what I mean? There is just a lot of synergy and utility with regard to making this card just work and flow. And we're just talking about just a random card generation type of build. There is a second deck that immediately benefits from Victoria Hand's presence, and that's discard builds. I'm a fan of discard decks as a whole. They have a great ability to have you go nuts discarding your own hand to create a bunch of shenanigans to overwhelm your opponent, or you can focus your discard build with having your opponent discard cards from their hand to pretty much give them less resources to play with. Let's talk about Victoria Hand. She benefits 2 specific cards here in a big way: Swarm and Helicarrier. Swarm in particular gets the best benefit from this, as Victoria Hand turns Swarm into a 0-cost 5-power card that you can use easily to fill a lane or close out with. A bit unconventional, but you can manage to buff Swarm even further with cards such as Fastios or Nakia. Swarm can easily overpower multiple lanes at no cost. That's what's important about Swarm. It's a no cost, 0-cost 5, and you can get multiple copies depending on how you draw with the discard. Another way Victoria Hand shines is with Helicarrier's effect. Again, he's discarding and giving you a whole random hand of random cards, but the cards are all buffed due to Victoria Hand hopefully being on the field already. All the cards available on Snap nowadays, from Black Panther, Daken, Hellcow, Malekith, tech, even duplicate cards you already have in your own build, Helicarrier gives you a full hand that is always almost a bonus going into the future turns, and your opponent will not be able to predict it. That makes them less likely to be in a position to stop it. That's why Victoria Hand has a powerful presence in discard builds. Now, I don't want to act like she's foolproof. Obviously, Enchantress is public enemy number 1. She will neuter that effect immediately. Of course, Red Guardian, Lady Deathstrike, those are cards to watch out for, as they can pretty much kill her or remove her abilities completely. The last thing to touch on are the field effects that further amplify her abilities. Cloning Vats, for example, allows you to duplicate a card in your hand, making the power creep much more convenient. Sacred Timeline, the Daily Bugle. These are just a few of the field effects that naturally boost her playability. She's an all-around solid card. Victoria Hand is great for when you can guarantee a made random card in the hand. How do you feel about Vic? Have you had a chance to mess around with her? Let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. If you've enjoyed this card style breakdown, I greatly appreciate it if y'all leave a like, for the YouTube algorithm, and absolutely consider subscribing, as I have this and more videos on the way for Marvel Snap. Cheers.